Hey there, fight fans. Today, we're diving deep into the world of mixed martial arts to explore the incredible journey and net worth of one of the sport's heaviest hitters, Alexander Volkanovski. You'll be amazed at how this legendary fighter climbed to the top and what his net worth looks like in 2023. So, let's get started. In 2023, Alexander Volkanovski boasts an impressive net worth of $3.5 million, making him one of the most financially successful UFC fighters. But how did he achieve such wealth? The majority of Volkanovski's income has been generated through his remarkable career in the UFC. To put things into perspective, in his last fight against lightweight champion Islam Makhachev, he earned a $500,000 purse and an additional $500,000 from pay-per-view shares. And that's not all. Thanks to an outstanding performance, he also pocketed a substantial fight of the night bonus, which pushed his earnings from that iconic battle to over $1 million. Talk about a payday. Let's take a closer look at Volkanovski's journey. Born in New South Wales, Australia, he was no stranger to sports from a young age. In fact, he started wrestling at a tender age and even clinched national titles by the time he was just 12 years old. His athleticism extended beyond the wrestling mat as he also pursued a career in rugby. Volkanovski played semi-professional rugby and was even named the Group 7 Rugby League's best player in 2010. His background showcased his incredible athletic abilities. Now, here's where his MMA story begins. It wasn't until he was 22 that Volkanovski ventured into the world of mixed martial arts. Before making it to the big leagues in the UFC, he had already compiled an impressive record, going 4-0 as an amateur and competing in various promotions like Pacific Extreme Combat and Australian Fighting Championships, where he secured championship titles. So, what sets Alexander Volkanovski apart in the octagon? Well, he fights like a former rugby player, which means he's incredibly tough and almost impossible to take down. He's known for packing a powerful punch with both hands, making him one of the best strikers in the sport. Despite his shorter stature at 5 feet 6 inches, he thrives on pressure and relentless offense to gain the upper hand against his opponents. After achieving an impressive 10-fight winning streak before entering the UFC, Volkanovski made his debut with the biggest organization in MMA in 2016. In his debut, he secured his second-round TKO over Yusuke Kasuya, which marked his transition from lightweight to featherweight. His rise in the featherweight division was swift and unstoppable. Volkanovski went on to win 7 consecutive UFC fights, eventually earning himself a title shot. He faced the formidable Max Holloway at UFC 245 for the featherweight championship and emerged victorious with a unanimous decision in a high-intensity match. Not content with just one title defense, Volkanovski went on to defend his belt 5 times, taking on notable opponents like Max Holloway, twice, Brian Ortega, Chan Sung Jung, and Yair Rodriguez. Holding the featherweight championship since December 14, 2019, Volkanovski is the longest-reigning champion in the UFC. But even the greatest fighters face challenges. In a thrilling bout at UFC 284, Volkanovski moved up to the lightweight division to take on Islam Makhachev. It was an epic showdown, widely considered one of the best fights of all time, although the ending was somewhat controversial. Despite Makhachev winning by unanimous decision, many fans believed that Volkanovski deserved the victory. Regardless of the result, it was a battle that solidified Volkanovski's reputation as a true warrior. Now, in 2023, Volkanovski is gearing up for UFC 294, where he's set to headline the event. He'll have a chance for redemption as he faces Islam Makhachev once more. Originally, Makhachev was scheduled to fight Charles Oliveira, but due to a sparring injury, Volkanovski stepped in just 11 days before the title match. It's a high-stakes fight against one of the best fighters in the world, taking place in Abu Dhabi, where Makhachev will enjoy home field advantage with the crowd on his side. Despite the odds, nobody is underestimating the great Alexander Volkanovski. Currently ranked as the number 2 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, he's proven he can compete with Makhachev, and their rematch bout is one of the most highly anticipated rematches of all time. Thanks for tuning in, and get ready for an epic showdown in the octagon.